Lowell, Massachusetts was founded by Francis Lowell in 1836. It started as a money-making experiment and then became the center of the American Industrial Revolution.
It quickly became the largest textile center because of Lowell's experience in the industry. He learned about it while in Britain and established his own plants in Massachusetts.
Lowell was one of the first people to allow women to work in his factories, and he inspired many other businesses to do the same.
He hired girls who were losing their jobs to machines, and they were on average between 15 to 30 years old.
There were hundreds of houses near the mills that the women lived in year-round. About 25 women lived in one house, and up to 6 women shared a room.
Working hours for the women were usually 5 in the morning until 7 at night. The women called these shifts dark to dark.
On average, they worked 73 hours per week and only got half an hour for breakfast and dinner breaks during their shifts. They only got paid $2 a week.
Working conditions in these factories were very poor. Rooms were extremely hot and the windows were kept shut even during the summer. Also, air in the factories were often filled with thread and cloth particles.
Lucy Larcom was one of the doffers who worked in the factory and said she hated the confinement, noise, and lint-filled airs, and she regretted the time lost to education.
The girls also had little to no freedom. Their curfew was 10 p.m. and they were not allowed to have men in the boarding houses. They were constantly under the watch of the matrons and were escorted to church, so they had no opportunity to complain about their tiresome work.
In 1836, Lowell Mills cut the girls' wages and the women organized a protest. They vowed to not go back to work until their wages were restored. This was unlike anything anyone had seen before, and the owners were determined to do anything to get them back.
The protest was readily crushed because their management had enough power. Within a week, the factory was operating at full capacity.
They protested again in 1836 because of wage cuts, but the outcome was exactly the same. They realized that they had to take political action and formed the first union, the Lowell Female Labor Reform Association.
These women petitioned for their shifts to be cut to 10 hours. They even campaigned against their state representative and defeated him.
Although their hours had been cut down, the cut was never really enforced and there were no real short-term effects.
However, long-term they inspired many women. They were prime examples that working women did not have to put up with the injustice in the workplace. They united together, supported each other, and fought for their rights.
The Lowell girls taught America a lesson that ordinary people could do extraordinary things.